Hello, 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 hello. It's Friday, it's the 5th of June 2020, and this is my first vlog for June 2020. I hope you're all keeping up as best you can. First of all, I wish to give a little shout out to a couple of people. Eric Benjamin Gordon, thank you very much for your little messages on Facebook. I've enjoyed our conversations very much indeed. And to Bill and Adele Garretts, who run Armageddon in New Zealand, I just want to put a big hug out to you. I appreciate you being having very bad times at the moment, what with COVID-19 and a series of trolls. I support you. You've always produced wonderful events. You've looked after us guests. We can be like school children on a trip at times, and you've always treated us not only professionally but friendly and have been very kind. Thank you very much for all the opportunities. There's various things going on at the moment. I'm very disturbed about the George Floyd situation in America, and I absolutely support all the protests that are coming up over here in the UK. And for those of you who've said to me, why are we protesting for George Floyd in the UK? It is we're all one community, and black lives do matter, despite what some people say. On a lighter note, I received a phone call from my bank yesterday encouraging me to change my bank account. And I've been with the current bank 20 odd years, and I've had no problems with them at all, and I'm very happy with the setup that I've got. But the young lady was quite insistent that I should consider changing my bank account. And when I asked her why I needed to, she couldn't really explain. So I said, no, not for me today, but what I would like is a contactless card. And she said to me, oh, well, on your present account, we don't allow contactless cards. And I said, why? And she said, well, you're not allowed an overdraft facility. But I don't want an overdraft facility. But you might go overdrawn if you use your contactless card. And I said, no. If there are no funds in the account, then the contactless transaction won't take place. To which there was a definite silence. And then she said, thank you, goodbye. And this sort of highlighted a situation that a lot of people have been writing to me about, how in these particular times where finances for the entire globe are going to be strained, still there are certain finance houses that are trying to encourage people to take out loans, which in this time I think is a complete nightmare idea, or extend their debt situation, and actually offer no help whatsoever, which is very disappointing, because one thing I have discovered during these times is that we've got clean air because little traffic is taking place, and so wildlife is coming back and the planet is cleaning itself, and surprisingly quickly. I read reports that in the UK, around the beaches, there are seahorses. Never in my entire life did I imagine at the UK there would be seahorses. And not only are there seahorses, but there's lots of them, which is wonderful. And my fear is gradually, as lockdowns are eased and things, that we'll all go back to our old ways, the planet will get polluted again, and we'll be back to square one. Anyway, that's, I don't wish to upset you all with that, but that did make me laugh. I've had a lot of self-employed contact me to ask if I could give some advice, particularly actors and performers and those in the arts. A lot of us have slipped through the cracks. The government has kindly offered all sorts of support But when you get down to the minutiae of everything, we don't all fit into the criteria. And the reason is we're self-employed. And so there is actually no normal. The phrase, it makes me laugh, there's no normal. So lots of people are desperate. They're having to live off savings, and they're worried that their savings will dwindle and that there's no other help. What are they going to do? All I can say is I'm in the same boat. I understand totally, but there are options. Nobody should go without unless it's absolutely exceptional. So do continue to look and check what options are available, and there are lots of them, but they're time consuming to set up. But what I do know is once you've got into the system, then you'll be okay. A lot of drama students have also been contacting me saying that before the lockdown and before COVID, in fact, they had lots of work planned to do, and they really can't cope with the idea that it's now all cancelled. Well, all I can say to you is that is the life of a self-employed person, whether you're an actor or an accountant, a bricklayer, or even a teacher. There are times where you have lots of work booked, but for whatever reason, it gets cancelled. That's life. That's what they say. And if your drama college hadn't informed you that, then I'd suggest you ask for your money back. Many of us, many actors who are a bit longer in the tooth will tell you it happens all the time. I know many plays where the actors have gone through all the rehearsal, all the publicity, they've done all the previews, and then it closes on the first night. For whatever reason. Very frustration. And that is the precarious nature of our industry. So all drama students, all I can say is, yes, there will be times that you will think you're going off on a 3-month tour, but it might only last 4 weeks. And if you can't go with that, if you can't cope with that sort of thing, then I suggest you find another job. So let's put hands up to George Floyd. His circumstances, nobody should be treated by the authorities the way he was, and it is very clear, despite what some people are saying, that the coroner says he died of asphyxia. What more can be said? Until the next vlog, bye.